Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Rakhi Kapoor here. And this channel is all about pregnancy, childbirth, relationships, love, love for others, and of course, love for ourselves. So, I'm a physiotherapist and I specialize with antenatal care and postnatal care for expecting moms. I have been doing this for 20 years, taking couples through a safe and healthy pregnancy holistically. It's not just about what you have to eat and how much you have to exercise, but preparing the mothers for labor and preparing them to enjoy the pregnancy, enjoy the childbirth experience. All right, enjoy the childbirth experience and what comes after delivering the baby. All the chaos, sleepless nights during the pregnancy, after the pregnancy. We are going to have a party. It is not going to be easy, but we are not going to give up on ourselves. We are going to have a jolly, well, good time. So, in my center, Dweem Maternity Studio, we've been conducting these classes and having a good time. Couples, both the man and the woman, I want both on board. And so here I am. It's high time I realized that, okay, beyond the walls, because after COVID, we went into online sessions. And during COVID, I've been writing books. I've got 4 books on pregnancy. The fourth one is yet to come out. We were working on it. This is helping couples conceive. So I realized that no, I need to get out of the 4 walls and I need to come out there. And through my channel, I'm trying to reach out to every expecting couple out there. And what I want to do is help you celebrate this journey, which is not easy. In today's world, we have nuclear families, which is husband and wife alone, and then there is so much of information overload, and there's so much of stress, there's so much of competition. With the fast paced internet, the whole pace of our life has changed. But pregnancy lasts for 10 months. Acidity, vomiting, nausea will last for the first trimester, that's a couple of months. Labor will last for 24 hours to 48 hours or even more. We can't shrink those things and we can't control them. There is no app that says, okay, my vomiting should go. Okay, let me hasten up my labor. Okay, somebody else do the breathing or somebody else eat healthy for me. We don't have gadgets. They can tell us what to do. The app can tell us what to do. It'll just tell us, do this, but how do you do it? So I'm here to tell you that how do we do it? Yeah. One of the most essential things about, enjoying yourself and staying calm during the pregnancy is about getting good sleep. Now, there's a problem with that. You're not getting sleep. The bladder is full and you want to pee most of the time in the night, then you have heartburns, and then you have acidity. Then some of the mums are just rolling, tossing, and turning and wondering, labor pains, how am I going to deal with it? What's going to happen to my career? What's happening to my body? What about the stretch marks? Will I get back to my shape and size? Okay, we will deal with each of these in the subsequent videos. But today I'm going to talk about how to get good sleep. Okay, now the most significant thing about getting good sleep is you need to have the bigger portion of your dinner pretty early. You can't keep a long gap between your meals. Say, for example, you've had your lunch, say at 1:32 or whatever. If you can finish your dinner early, okay, you may say, okay, I come back from work, Rakhi. What do you mean dinner early? So say by 5:36, if it's possible to have a substantial or a small meal, a soup, a sandwich, or something that doesn't give you acidity and heartburns. And then when you come in home, if you have to make a meal, it's quite tough. But if the meal is already made, the earlier you can. I'm not going to tell you need to have it by 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, but in your time span, if you can have your dinner a little early, the earliest possible is a good thing. That is the heavy meal, the carbs that you're going to take, whatever carbs, the main portion, you take it earlier and further away from your sleep time. Now, then there's a question out here. I'm going to be hungry again. So this is what I tell most moms, that reverse it. You would have starters, salads, and then the main course. I tell the moms you have the main course as early as possible, and then every 2 hours before you go to bed, you can keep snacking on some simple stuff, a cup of milk, a small, 2, 3 slices of fruits, or maybe just take a soup. So you're not hungry while you're going to bed, but when you go to bed, If you're going to go in a full stomach, please understand the uterus is grown up and it's pushing against your, what to say, diaphragm, and you're not able to breathe, and all the stomach contents are all just coming out. So you're going to have heartburns and acidity. You're not going to be sleeping. So you need to be just full and not too full before you go to bed. Point one. The next thing is about water. If you have not been drinking water the whole day and you come back home and realize, oh gosh, I haven't had water the whole day and I need to go on drinking water now, and you are not a tanker, you're not something which is going to save water in a desert or an oasis so that people can quench the thirst, that is you. It'll just come out through your bladder. And with the pressure, the weight of the fetus is putting, you'll only keep peeing the whole night. So I tell the mothers that make sure you continuously keep sipping water throughout the day and hydrate yourself so that you're not dehydrated. And at the end of the day, before you go to bed, you're going to have little sips of water so that your bladder is not too full. Yeah. The next thing is most important thing most mothers are worried about is which is the ideal sleeping position. Which position do I sleep in? Can I sleep on my back? Can I sleep on my sides? Does it hurt my baby? Do I need to get up every time and turn sides? And I get these questions. So here I am to tell you, sleep the way you like to. Sleep the way you're most comfortable. Now, I'll tell you this. Each of us, if there was a camera that would record us while we are sleeping, each one of us have this habit of sleeping in a particular position. Trust me, I have been sleeping on my left on something called a semi-prone position, half on my chest and half on my thighs since I was pregnant, with a pillow beneath my right knee. And I'm continuing to sleep like that. I guess because I'm working all the time with pregnant women and I have pregnant women all around me, I haven't got over my pregnancy and some of the habits, but it's fine. So what I'm trying to say is that each one has a predominant position to sleep in. So you will go back to that position and spend a lot of time subconsciously in your sleep. Now, the catch with pregnancy is that you cannot sleep on your tummy. Hmm. Trust me, it's not about that you're going to crush your baby or you're going to, hurt your baby. It's impossible because your baby is in the womb, in a water sack, nicely floating and protected. Okay, but you can't. You feel like a seesaw. You can't, and subconsciously you can't put that pressure. So women who sleep on their chest are going to find it difficult. So what you're going to do is you are going to sleep half on your chest, half on your thigh, and put a pillow on between the legs and try and sleep. You can even put a small pillow or a cushion beneath the bump so that the bump is not falling on the bed. But you don't have to worry about hurting your baby, is what I'm trying to tell you. Next, so you have side lying, you have a semi-prone side lying, so you have left, right, side lying, left, right, semi-prone lying. And yes, the biggest question I have from most mums and most couples, even the men are worried, she'll have to lie on her back. Will she not compress the blood supply to the baby? And will there be enough oxygen for my baby in the middle of the night? And yes, there are few obstetricians who do advise the mothers not to sleep on their back. Now, there are two differences here, not to sleep on the back and lying down on the back. Okay, I'm going to ask you something which has relevance to what I'm going to ask you. Um, I know these days we have the sprinkler system which goes around sprinkling water all over the garden. But in the earlier days, we used to have those old garden hose. So you would take the hose and you would just, keep watering your plants. And suppose the hose would kink somewhere, or if somebody stepped on it, temporarily the water would stop coming at the end of the hose. But when you unkink it, the water comes back. But now, if for a couple of seconds, if the water was not coming through the end of the hose and you were not able to water your plants, the plants don't wither because it's just for a couple of seconds. So you need to understand that the whole day you're up and about and there's enough blood circulation going into the baby. Yes, there is a lot of fact that as you lie down, the whole weight of your abdominal organs, your pelvic organs falls into the blood vessels which bring in blood into the uterus. But just for some time, no, it doesn't hurt the baby at all. But what's going to happen is it's going to hurt your back. Already your back is taking a lot of brunt. So it is going to hurt your back. So don't go back to sleep in your on your back if sleeping on your back was your most comfortable position. So I tell the moms is they could just take a small a bed sheet and then just fold it, or take a towel and fold it, or make it too broad and keep it beneath by your side. So when you roll on your back, Eventually you'll realize that, okay, I'm on my back, and you will turn. Okay, so there's a difference between going off to sleep on your back, but if you lie down on your back consciously for 10 to 15 minutes, like sometimes very nice, your back muscles, like it's like a massage, all the organs falling on your back and on the bed and giving you a massage. It does not hurt the baby. It does not hurt the baby. So you can actually sleep in any position you want to. The deal is that you don't maintain the same position for a long time, because it will cause you discomfort. And don't worry, eventually you will turn around, because there's so much of weight on your shoulders. If you're sleeping on your left side, your body will be like, okay, lady, turn. Yes, it's a little difficult. So while you turn, you just support your bump a little bit and turn around. And you don't need to get up. In India, we have this myth about that women have to get up and sit and then turn. We will talk about this on another video. You don't have to do that. You can just gently roll from the side to the back and to the other side. Yes, you need more space around the bed. So I do, that's why I have men in the sessions, because I get them ready for what they're getting into. Because see, with the men is they don't feel the baby. They don't feel the discomfort. They are not experiencing backache. They are not going through anything that the woman is going through. So some of them they understand, some of them they empathize, and some of them go a step ahead to work towards helping the partner out with the discomfort. So there are going to be a lot of couples, a lot of videos where I am going to talk to the would-be fathers also. They're most welcome to watch. And in fact, one of my books called Expecting Daddy Delivers, this is the first book for an Indian man that a woman has written, and it only talks about, it's not talking about daddy jokes. I had somebody who picked up the book and said, oh, I was expecting some real jokes and men would just joke around. No, it's serious stuff. Serious stuff about taking care of your woman, how to support her, how to be there for her practically through the whole situation, through the whole 10 months, and how to be the daddy that your woman and your baby adore. That's the subtitle of the book. So I have videos also for the men, but they're most welcome to come in. And so what I'm trying to tell the men is, what you could do is tell your woman not to wait for you to have the meal together. Okay, because maybe you come in late from work and she comes in early and she's tired, she needs to have the meal earlier. Later you and her can sit, and maybe she could sit on her fruit, or she could, the after meal, the soup, starters, glass of milk, or fruits I was talking about, you can sit together and have the meal there. You can make sure that you have cushions around, or you give her more space around the bed. And I know it's difficult because you know you're also not getting enough sleep, so that's why I empathize with the men. They are also not getting enough sleep, so you need to make sure that you are probably sleeping later and making up for your sleep on weekends or some other time of the day, and be well rested. The point is, I want both the couples to be well rested. I want you to be rested. I want you to not worry about these simple things like, oh, which position to sleep in and is it safe for my baby. There are bigger things to think about, and worry is not the word I will use. We don't need to worry, because nature has taken care of everything. It will take care of you. It will take care of the baby. It is designed everything in a certain way. But you got to allow nature to take on. You got to take care of yourself, and above all, take care of your mental health. Enjoy the pregnancy. Take one day at a time. You're most welcome to write to me. The email ID is there in this in the description of the video, or you could always sign up for my classes, or you can just watch my videos and connect to me, or buy my books. Whatever it is, I want you to promise yourself and promise each other that this pregnancy, this baby, you're going to celebrate it and make such beautiful memories. And through all the discomforts, we are going to smile. So, ladies, sleep well without any fear. You can lie down on your back for 15 to 20 minutes. You can lie down on your side. Make sure you're not having too much of water before you go to bed, and have your meal a little early. And another thing that I add on is that If you could, women who say I can't sleep in the nights, if you could tire yourself a little bit by a 15-minute stroll, maybe in the evenings, a lot of women who don't, pregnant women who cannot get up in the mornings and walk, so I ask them to take a walk in the evening. And some of them, what they do is they finish dinner. So if you have an early dinner and you finish the main part of dinner, wait for half an hour to 30 minutes and 40 minutes for the food to settle, and then just take a stroll. Just tire yourself, do a little bit of breathing, and go to sleep. So have a beautiful night. Sleep well. Night night. God bless. Take care.